WKGF presents The Witching Hour with Max Thorne.
Good evening, my little tutors. I don't know what that means either. It's not a good way to start the show. Tutors. I don't know. It is I, Max Thorne, back with another edition of The Witching Hour on this cold and damp Friday night right here in the WKGF studio on the corner of Truxton Avenue and Mohawk in the great city of Bakersfield, California. With me, as always, is my new producer and friend, Tessa, and outside with me, as always, are the local protesters and supporters. And for such a foggy night, there are a lot of them out there. Thanks for being with me. Appreciate it. All right, if you recall last week, it was a grace overload with a dash of languor, and I was desperate to go through all the messages you lovely people leave on my answering machine during the week and find something a little lighter to explore. So that's exactly what I did. I picked a tip that was A, in California, since I'm still under orders to not leave the state, and B, blander than a motel breakfast. So I grabbed my trusty Walkman with its all-new microphone, complete with a wind guard, and headed up the 99 freeway to Fresno, California. And here's what I came up with. I'm here in ultra-progressive Fresno, California, home of freeway exits to nowhere and the kind of heat that makes you beg for the sweet release that only death can bring. I'm standing inside the Silver Fox bus station where a listener named Chris swears there is a vending machine that, well, might be alive.
That damn vending machine done give me an extra Twix bar one day when I was really hungry. It is like getting new.
Oh, yes. This is exactly the story I needed. This is Nick, Silver Fox bus passenger and vending machine believer. What else can you tell us about this machine, Nick?
Huh?
The vending machine, Nick. Fantastic. The vending machine in question looks like any of a million other machines you've seen out in the wild. A large rectangular box with a glass front, a shake a little more violent than seems right, and buttons that require a firm commitment. You'd never notice it unless you wanted a snack. According to the message left on my answering machine, many people believe that this vending machine to be sort of a saint, helping people that truly need it. Some have said it gave them extra food. Some have said it gave them a little extra money back. And I am here to get to the bottom of all of this. For you. For being a supposed magical vending machine, no one seemed lined up to use it.
It don't work like that. You can't just buy a Snickers and expect something for nothing. You have to really need it.
This is Kevin. He's waiting for his bus, but has heard about the magical mystery machine. Has it ever happened to you, Kevin?
Yeah, once, and I'm a believer. I was $1 short for my fare one night. It was a rough day at work, and I was just trying to get home across town, and I had less money than I thought. Times have been tough. I got laid off from my factory job and had to take a lower-paying job across town. Then my car done blowed up. Then I can't afford to fix it. So I hop on the bus in the morning near my house, and it drops me off here at the station. Then I walk the 3 blocks to work, then walk back to the station, buy a fare home. But that day I guess I had a hole in my damn pocket. All I had was chump change, so I was gonna walk home. It's far, but I would make it eventually. Then it started to rain, of course, right? So I figured I'm in for a real cracked night, and I just have enough for a candy bar. So I put my coin in, the candy bar drops, and out comes 6 quarters. Enough for my ride home. Hasn't happened since, but that one time was good enough for me.
Does that mean you're better off now?
No, I just stitched that hole in my pocket.
Isn't there a bus pass you can buy that would be a lot cheaper than paying every day?
Yeah, but I can't afford that.
Well, I can, so come on, let's get you a bus pass, Kevin.
Damn hell, see, I knew you weren't. You come here to investigate that machine, look what happened. Them helps me again.
I didn't understand a word you just said, Kevin. But come on, let's go get you a pass, buddy. After buying Kevin a bus pass, I still needed to ask around, as I wasn't quite convinced. I decided to approach a friendly-looking elderly gentleman standing near the machine. Sir, have you heard any stories about this machine, its powers?
Why don't you get a damn haircut? You look like a woman. You want to look like a dumb woman?
Such a delight. My hair is awesome, and so are women, and I can't help but notice that you're here alone.
Bah!
Across the lobby of the train station, a woman is waving for me to come over. She looks like she'll be coming in hot with the gossip.
Are you here about the vending machine?
I am. Can you tell me anything about it?
Yeah.
All right. So, do you use it a lot?
When I'm in the bus station and I'm hungry or want some gum or something.
And does it give you a little extra?
Sometimes.
Okay. When?
When I need it.
All right. How do you think the machine knows when someone needs a little boost?
Same way a dog does.
My parents' dog eats its own poop, so I'm going to need you to explain that one a bit more for me.
It's got instincts. Like a dog.
Do you think it's alive?
Nah, I think it's polite, though.
Polite how?
You don't rush it. You don't yell at it. You don't shake it. You let it finish thinking.
But machines don't really think.
But dogs do. God, if you ain't gonna listen, then I'm done talking. Why don't you go talk to that guy over there? He got into a fight with it a couple months ago.
I had absolutely no idea what the hell that woman was talking about, but I did decide to take her advice. Sir, I heard you had a bit of a disagreement with the machine. Can you tell me a little about it?
I guess.
First off, what's your name, guy?
Yes,
What?
that's my name.
What is?
Guy.
Oh. All right. So you had a little disagreement with the machine.
Yep,
And what happened?
I corrected it.
You corrected a vending machine?
Yeah, it was way out of line.
All right. So what happened?
Put my money in and nothing dropped.
Well, that happens.
No, man, it paused.
It paused.
Yeah, like it was thinking. Like deciding if I deserved a little something special. I didn't like that. I gave it a kick round the side.
Well, then what happened?
It shut off, coward.
It powered down or it unplugged with the kick?
Powered down like it was sulking.
So what did you do after that?
Well, I was hungry, so's I apologized, to it.
And did that work?
Yeah, it turned back on and dropped my lower scutters. I guess we're good now.
Fascinating. This is Jack. He works here at the bus station. Hi, Jack. You work nights here?
Yep,
How long?
long time.
And you've heard the stories of the vending machine.
Yep,
Are there any truth to these stories?
yep,
Do you care to elaborate a bit?
I guess.
Okay, anytime.
I've seen it help people.
Help people how?
Well, just the other day there was a homeless fella in here. It was raining, so he was probably just trying to stay dry. He hit a button on the machine and it gave him some food. No money needed.
You sure he didn't pay?
Positive. I watched the whole thing. He'd heard the stories, and he was needy, so the machine paid off.
Have you ever had any luck with it?
I just get what I pay for. I got a job. Machine knows that. I'm okay.
That ever bother you? No freebies?
Nope. Means I'm doing all right.
Right on. Well, that's a good way to, look at it. I wanted to talk to one last person before leaving. There had to be a skeptic here somewhere. Sir, have you heard the stories of this vending machine, how it gives extra to the people in need?
You're from Bakersfield, ain't you?
Yes, I am.
We don't take kindly to you Bakersfieldians up here in Fresno. Why don't you hop in your Rolls Royce and go back to where you belong? We don't need you here in the 559. Fresno, what? Represent.
Thank you for your help. Before I got into my non-existent Rolls Royce and came back from where I came, I scribbled the service number from the machine on a pad of paper. I would call it tomorrow and see if I could get to the bottom of this miracle machine. But before I hit the road, it's a 2-hour drive back home, and I could use a snack. Come on! Drop! Give me my payday! Ah, damn it. Well, I'm back home now, in Bakersfield, where I supposedly belong, in the comfort of my own living room. I'm going to make a call to the service number on the machine and see if they can shed a little more light on the subject.
Valley Vending.
Hi, my name is Max Thorne. I do a radio show out of Bakersfield, California. I was wondering if I could speak with whoever services the machine in the Silver Fox bus station in Bakersfield.
Yep, that's me.
Oh, wow, what are the odds?
I'm the only person that works here.
Well, then that all makes sense.
I was just there this morning. A couple people told me you were there last night asking some questions.
Yeah, that was me. Is there anything you can tell me about the machine? Some people think it's alive or blessed or...
Hell, I don't know what they're talking about. I refill the damn thing once a week and empty the cash box, and it's never short. Right amount of candy, right amount of cash every time. There's never been a single weird thing about it. The inventory and the totals balance out every time. The machine keeps a tally of every order, and it's always good. Actually, wait. Funny thing. Today, for the first time ever, there was an extra payday. But hey, man, if these people believe that nonsense, more power to them. I mean, I once believed my wife was faithful to me.
So nothing ever wrong. You wouldn't be lying to me to cover up your good deeds, would you?
Good deeds? I'm an American businessman. I don't do good deeds.
Well, fair enough. Thank you for your time, Mr.
Suck it.
Yes. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Suckit. Well, I can't say that I didn't enjoy that one. It's nice to deal with something that doesn't involve death. It was a nice little respite. And it's good to know that Fresno people don't take kindly to us Bakersfield folk. This story reminded me of one from a few years ago about a laundromat dryer that people swore could tell when you were horny. Classic stuff. This is Max Thorne reporting from his lavish solid gold house, and you're listening to The Witching Hour. Now that's my kind of story. We'll be right back.
Come, enter the halls of medicine. Bring your sore throat, your cough, your nose when it feels stuffy. Because these are Hall's Vapor Action Cough Suppressant Tablets. Come to the halls of medicine to feel better fast.
They said it wasn't humanly possible. But now you can have all the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy. It's portable, it's in stereo, and its games are interchangeable. Plus, Game Boy comes with the outrageous new game, Tetris. And for head-to-head competition, use the revolutionary video link and blow your opponent away. Game Boy, only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, portable power.
We're back and ready to hit the phone lines. All right, first up, let's go to Robert on 2. Robert, you are on the air with Max Thorne and The Witching Hour.
Hey, Max, I'm a pretty new listener. I can't believe what happened. I am so sorry.
We're trying to get by. What do you have for us, Robert?
Right, so I work overnights at a supermarket. I'm on the stocking crew, and it's literally the most soul-crushing job in the world. I go in at midnight, and I get off at 8:30 in the morning, and it is the worst job in the world. Like, even when we're closed on Christmas, I have to go in at midnight because Christmas is officially over at midnight. It is awful.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah, I noticed. Even like a month ago, my car took a real dumper on me, and I was forced to buy another one. Nothing new, nothing even close to new. Just a used old thing that I could use until I could afford something better, you know? Anyway, sorry, my point is, the car is old. It doesn't even have a tape player, just an old tuner radio, which is fine, but the weirdest thing started happening, and honestly, it's really freaking me out. So there's this neighborhood I cut through on my way to and from work. It's a little shortcut. So anyway, I take this same shortcut every night, and I get to the four-way stop in the neighborhood right around the same time every night, right around 11:53. I've been watching it very closely. As soon as I start slowing down, that old radio dial starts slipping. It doesn't cut out, it changes stations and lands on static. And the first week or so, I didn't even pay attention. I just got frustrated for a second. Then when I drove on, it fixed itself, and I forgot all about it. But I was starting to catch on, and I was anticipating it. So one night, about a week and a half after it started, the dial slides again, more static. Only this time I start to hear something. It's not music, but voices. But not radio voices, like mumbling. And, I don't know, like movement? Almost like dragging something heavy across pavement. I stay at the stop sign for over a minute, and I'm just listening to the jumble or static-filled voices and movement. Then I have to go. And as I drive on, the radio goes back to normal.
Does it happen on your way home from work?
Nope, only around 11:53. I even went back the other direction after work one day to see if maybe I had to be facing a certain direction, and nope, only at night. That's the weirdest thing. One night, I completely ran the stop sign, just blew right through it, and I saw the dial move real quick to the left, then back to where it began. And the next night, I slowed to a roll, and it's the same thing, like it didn't have time to, whatever, I don't know. So then the next night, I stop a good 20 yards before the stop sign. Nothing. Just my music. Then I stop at the sign, and it's back, okay? So I stay there for a little bit, and I listen. I'm late to work that night because I stayed until the dial went back to normal at 12:01. So from 11:53 to 12:01, there is something strange happening. There's static and voices and something being dragged, and I feel like I'm going insane. It's the same damn thing every night, and I can't make out what they're saying no matter how loud I turn it up. I feel like it's driving me crazy. So what do you think I should do?
Well, first off, let me ask you this. Is it AM or FM?
It's AM. It's all it has.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so let me say this before I get into it. I suggest buying a voice recorder or anything that can record, like my Walkman or whatever. Get the sounds recorded and send them my way. We have equipment here that can filter out sounds, and maybe we can get to the bottom of this. I know most people will say it's interference or old wiring or a loose dial or whatever else nonsense non-believers can come up with to write off the unexplained. But that's not us. We know better, especially now. So here's the practical version of what could be happening. Before people started carrying meters and sensors into old buildings, they carried radios. Cheap ones. AM, usually. Not because they thought ghosts talked through them, but because radios are, like, easy to disturb. And AM signals don't lock in cleanly. They're affected by electrical fields, wiring, metal, underground structures. And if you change, like, positions, like if you stop moving or, you turn a corner or shut off the engine, that signal can change. And that's normal. But what ghost hunters started paying attention to wasn't the noise itself. It was consistency. So, like, if static appeared in the same place every time, or if it only happened when you stopped, or if it cleared, the second you moved on. that suggested something in the environment was interacting with the signals. It's not like a voice. It's just a disruption. Okay. Some investigators would like slowly sweep the dial instead of tuning to stations, like back and forth. And they're not listening for words. They're just listening for that resistance, like places where the radio, kind of fought back a little, like it refused to stay put right there. And the idea behind this was fairly simple. If a building or a piece of ground had been saturated with activity for long enough, like machines running all night, people coming and going, it could affect reception long after everything else was gone. It's like a memory. And that's why these stories always involve hunting and stopping, because when you stop moving, the radio settles, and whatever is interfering with it has time to show itself. So when someone tells me that the radio drifts to static at the same intersection every night, and only when they come to a full stop, I don't hear a ghost trying to talk. I hear an old signal doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is reacting. I know this is all complicated, but I'm pretty good at this stuff. So the question isn't what's speaking, it's what's still there. And that's where you can do some digging. You can find out if there was any incident that occurred at that stop sign. And don't only check back a few years. Go as far back as your local archives go. The stop sign there could have just been a coincidence, and something happened long before the neighborhood was there, long before the road was there.
Wow. Okay. I'm on it. Thank you, Max. I knew I could count on you.
All right. I hope that wasn't too confusing, and I hope to hear back from you soon, Robert. Thanks for calling. All right. Let's go to Roberta from San Jose. From Robert to Roberta. Why not? Hey, Roberta, you're on the air with Max Thorne in the Witching Hour.
Hi, Max. I just wanted to tell you something weird that went down in my apartment complex recently. It's the craziest story, and someone even wound up dead. I don't think there's any ghosts, but there's definitely a murder. I've never heard of such a thing. I thought we lived in a good neighborhood, but wow.
Oh, wow. All right. Lay it on me, Roberta.
He'll handle it. Sure. I should have known he'd be too much of a chicken to go through with it. It's his life at stake, and he's too scared to pull the trigger.
I just couldn't do it, Mavis. That's my wife.
For God's sake, Clark, this is your life. She suspects you, and if she ever finds out, that's it. You lose everything.
I know.
I don't know how much longer I can go on playing the friendly neighbor. We need to end this.
I know. I tried. I really did. Maybe I can hire someone to do it.
Oh, now you're just being ridiculous.
No, I think I could.
You sound like a soap opera. Knock it off. I couldn't wait any longer. I suspected something like this might happen, so I had been coming up with my own plan this whole time. Judy liked me. We were neighbors, after all. She suspected he was stepping out on her. I know this because she told me. She didn't know it was me he was stepping out with. I tried to tell her she was being crazy, but she was convinced, even without a shred of evidence. A divorce wouldn't have been so bad until she said Clark would lose everything. Judy was a shrill businesswoman and owned her own company. Clark was just an employee, and Clark, without Judy's money, was nothing I was interested in. So I took the initiative. I planned it out. I would visit with Judy one evening while Clark was away on his golf trip. I would hit her over the head with a brick and drag her to the trunk of my car. Nobody would see it. I'd make sure of it. Then I could return to her home and really set the stage. I had already cleaned up, but I needed to go the extra mile. A break-in, a missing person. One of those mysteries that will never be solved. Clark was gone, and I was just the neighbor. They'd never suspect me. They might suspect him, But he wouldn't know anything. This was all a surprise for him, too. I've driven this route 5 times since I came up with my plan, and it's gone smoothly every time. The late Mrs. Clark Sotheby was currently stuffed in my trunk. I was in her living room having a cup of tea, and when she turned her back on me, I crushed her skull with a rock. So, no more trial runs. This was the real thing, and it was a good plan. Never even caught a whiff of a cop on this route before. No matter. Stay calm, Mavis. Probably just a little over-anxious. Foot got a little too heavy. Stick to your story.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, officer. Was I speeding? My mother always said I had a lead foot.
No, nothing like that. It's just your passenger side taillight's flickering a bit. If one of those things goes out, it can spell trouble.
Oh, yes, I suppose so.
Well, where are you headed?
I'm driving to the coast for the evening. I've had a lot on my mind lately, and I thought a little sea air would do me well.
You're right about that, ma'am. Well, the taillight seems to be working right now. Just make sure you get that thing fixed tomorrow. I'd hate for anything to happen to you.
Yes, of course, officer, and thank you.
This your car, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
And you have a license and registration and all that good stuff?
Of course. Don't be silly.
I figured as much. Just have to ask, you know.
Would you like to see?
No, it's okay. Like I said, you didn't do anything wrong. Have a good night, ma'am. Ma'am, you know what? I just wouldn't be able to forgive myself if that tail light went out and something happened to you. Maybe it's just a little loose. That happens sometimes. Why don't you pop the trunk and let me check it for you?
You said it's working now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But it's fine. I don't want to take any of your time.
Oh, no, you're not taking my time. This is my job. Protect and serve. I figure this is maybe doing both at once. Now let's pop that trunk and get this thing figured out.
Officer, I'd really just like to go. If you say the light is working, then there is really nothing to check. Please, I've had a lot on my plate lately. I just want to get to where I'm headed.
I know, it won't take but a second. And if it's an easy fix, you won't have to worry about it again. Here, let me just pull the latch there.
Officer, what do you think you are doing?
Sorry, ma'am, I was just gonna pop the trunk myself. Look, I'm not some random man out here on a dark road. I'm a police officer. I understand you being jumpy, but I promise I'm just here to help you. Now, please, pop the trunk.
I understand. I can't. The latch is broken. It has to be popped with the key.
Okay, then can I have the key?
Oh, I'll do it. I hadn't planned for this. I turn the engine off and step out of the car. My key is gripped tightly in my hand. On my keychain, along with the keys, is a can of pepper spray. I could spray him, take his gun, and put 2 bullets in his head. That hole I dug is big enough for 2. It would have to be. It would be risky, but I could do it. He'll be distracted by the dead body, and that's what I will strike. It would work. It had to work. I walked to the back of the car.
I hope I'm not being a pest, ma'am. I promise I'm just trying to help.
This is it, Mavis. Do or die.
You all right, ma'am?
Fine, just, you know.
Attention all units. Active shooting in progress. Repeat, active shooting in progress. 1200 block of East Elm. Suspect description unknown at the time. All nearby units respond immediately. Code 3.
Oh, no, ma'am. I'm sorry. I have to go. Please get that light checked this weekend.
I've never been so grateful for a shooting before in my life. Oh, I close the trunk and drive off into the night. When I get to my spot, I back my car up to the hall and pop my trunk. I pull Judy's lifeless body out of the trunk and drop her in the hole I have dug, covering her with dirt. There isn't a light to be seen out here. It really is the middle of nowhere, and she will never be found. I get back in my car and drive to my apartment. I clean myself off and make my way next door to stage the scene. Just as I'm putting the key into their lock, a car pulls into the parking lot. I freeze.
Mrs. Sotheby? Hey, sorry I'm late.
He thinks I'm Judy, which means he doesn't know her.
Whew, sorry I took so long.
I try to keep my face hidden as much as possible. It's dark, but not that dark.
I'm here to pick up that package.
Package?
Yeah, the one your husband left on his desk. Remember, we just talked on the phone a few hours ago.
Oh, of course. Please, come in.
It's dark in here, huh?
This must be the package he was talking about.
Yep, that's probably it. Thank you. You know, people really confuse me.
How so?
Why would Mr. Sotheby want to get rid of a dish like you? It just boggles the mind.
I beg your pardon?
Sorry, Mrs. Sotheby.
Can you believe it? Crazy lady must have found out our neighbor was sneaking around with her man and shot her in cold blood. They were friends, too. I'd seen them together all the time.
So what happened to Judy? She's just missing?
No idea. She shot the girl, then vanished. That poor Mr. Sotheby. I know he wasn't the dictionary definition of a great man, but I can't imagine losing two loved ones in one night. That woman owns a big company and everything, and she gave it all up for petty revenge. What is the world coming to, Max?
I wish I knew, Roberta. World's going to hell. Thank you for your call, though. Very interesting stuff. All right, let's go to Fiona on line 2. Fiona, you are on the air with Max Thorne in the Witching Hour.
Hi, Max. Thanks for taking my call. Your show just got here, and I can't believe I stumbled upon it.
And where is here?
County Clare in Ireland.
This show is in Ireland?
Yeah, for a couple of weeks now.
Wow, I have got to check my mailbox here at the station more often.
It's syndicated, so we never get it live, but that's okay. Listening at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning isn't quite as spooky. We're a week behind, but we still get it.
So it's 6 a.m. there?
Yep.
Ah, well, good morning. Thanks for figuring out when to call, because I couldn't have. All right, what you got for us?
Okay, well, I'll try not to ramble. It'll be easier if I just tell it straight through.
Perfect, go ahead.
So, I grew up beside a field. Not a meadow, not a farmland, just a stretch of land a few hundred yards long, and wide enough that you couldn't easily just walk around it. The land is always damp, no matter the season, no matter the weather, and most days it sits under this low fog. even when the rest of the countryside is clear. No one ever really goes on it. It's just weird.
What makes it so weird?
Like, people don't picnic there, kids don't play there. There are never any animals wandering there. But I'll get to that. So it's just spooky. No fences, no warning signs. No one ever said it was dangerous, but we just didn't go into it. It was just something that all the kids knew. You don't go in there. You don't cross the damp land. But 10 years ago, almost exactly, my little brother Patrick went into that damn field one foggy Sunday morning. And he never came back. He was 11 years old, and I remember watching him from my upstairs window. I saw him standing right at the edge of the fog for, I don't know, several minutes. I thought it was weird. It was like he was looking for something in the fog, and then he stepped in, like he didn't have a care in the world. And that was the last time I ever saw him.
Oh, man. Wow, I'm sorry.
There's more. There was a search. Of course there was. Men from the village, guards, neighbours, everyone banded together to find him. Some people brought their horses, some brought their dogs, but the animals wouldn't go in. The dogs stood right at the edge, in the same place where Patrick was, but they were just barking. Non-stop barking. They wouldn't go into the fog. The horses neither. They'd buck, and if their owners got them to go a few steps in, they'd back right back out, like some invisible monster was there that only the animals could see. And, you know, after a while, the men stopped trying to force it, and they went into the fog on foot for as far as the wet ground would allow. That went on for a week, just in that one area, and nothing was ever found. Not a shoe, not his hat, not a single scrap of clothing. And eventually, everyone just moved on. They assumed he fell over the cliffs, or I don't know. Afterwards, I know my mother wanted to move. She couldn't stand staying there, but my dad refused. He was dead set on staying there, convinced his boy would come wandering out of that fog one day, and they needed to be here when it happened. Over the years, the land was put up for sale and sold several times. Some outsider would buy it with big plans of development, either houses or shops or a road, whatever. And every time something happened to prevent it, an accident, a sudden illness, a financial collapse, at least one death from natural causes. Nothing dramatic enough to make the papers, just enough to stop things dead in their tracks so the land would continue to sit empty again, until everyone quietly agreed to forget about it again until the next sale, the next buyer. That's how it was until 2 weeks ago, at least. By now, it's just me here. After Patrick disappeared, Mom seemed to age a year every night, and she ended up dying 3 years later. Dad took to the bottle after that and joined her a year later, leaving me here all alone. So, 2 weeks ago, another dreary day, I'm out front with my dog, just doing some odds and ends, and I hear someone at my gate. There was a young man standing there. He was handsome, polite, well-spoken. He apologised for bothering me and said he was looking for his dog. He said the dog was old and sometimes got confused, wandered off. He said his dog looked almost exactly like my dog, but had more white around his nose. He said he thought maybe he crossed over to my land, and I told him that I doubted that. Dogs don't much care for that land. In fact, no animals go into that field. Then, I don't know why, but I told him about Patrick and what happened 10 years ago. He listened carefully, didn't interrupt, didn't offer condolences, just when I was finished, he nodded and said he understood, then thanked me for my time. Honestly, I felt so stupid. Like, here I am dumping my trauma on some poor kid I just met. When he was leaving, I said I would keep an eye out for his dog. He said thank you and told me he lives in the house on the other side of the field. My neighbour. I was confused. I told him I would have sworn that no one has lived there for years, and he responded that he's lived there for a long time. Not defensive or anything, just a plain fact. He tipped his hat and continued walking west, away from me, away from the field. I figured that was the end of it, but after that day, I started seeing him everywhere. In town, passing shop windows, at the edge of the square, standing outside of the pub, always alone, and always looking like he didn't have a care in the world. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't stop thinking about him. I started asking people if they knew him, just like anyone I was even remotely friends with, you know, like shopkeepers, neighbours, people who've lived here all their lives. and got the same response every time. No, they'd never seen him before. I'm almost ashamed to say I started following him. Mostly just around town when I'd see him out, and something started to occur to me. I remembered him. I knew him. And it wasn't his face. I didn't recognize him, per se, but I recognized how he moved. The way he paused before entering a room, the way he tapped things he passed, like door frames and stuff, the way he hummed to himself. Max, it was Patrick. I was sure of it. But Patrick with a different face. There was nothing in his face that reminded me of my brother, but everything else did. This didn't help my obsession. I bought a telescope, a good one, for stargazing, and I set it up in my upstairs window so I could see across the field to his house. It consumed me for an entire week. Everything else became unimportant. But I did discover something. Every single night, that man walks out his back door and goes to the cliffs 100 or so yards away. And he just stands, right there, on the edge, completely unmoving, for 16 minutes. I checked the clock the first time I saw him, and double-checked the second night, and triple-checked the night after that. You get the picture. The third night, there was a big storm moving through. He just stood there in the pouring rain that night too, unmoving, staring out over the water. High winds the next night, still right there on the edge, for 16 minutes. He didn't look down, he didn't look around, he just stood there, like you'd stand at the doctor's office when they're measuring your height. I had barely slept in days by this point. I couldn't. I needed to talk to him. I needed to yell out Patrick's name and see if he turned to look. I needed to knock on his door, but honestly, I was terrified of that damn field. I couldn't make myself go anywhere near it. I was never really scared of it before. It was always just something to be avoided, not feared. But not now. Even after what happened with Patrick, I didn't actually blame the field. The next morning, I decided I would follow him the next time he took his car out. I'd get into my car and meet him on the main road and confront him wherever we ended up. And that's exactly what I did. I ran up behind him. I yelled Patrick and got no response, so I kept running until I caught up to him, tapped him on the shoulder. He smiled, said hi, the normal pleasantries. I asked him his name. He told me it was Rory. I told him that I think his name is Patrick, and he just looked at me like I was crazy. Then I explained what happened, about the fog, about Mom and Dad, about me, and nothing. Nothing. He didn't laugh or call me a nut or anything. He just said he was sure I was mistaken. But I pressed on. I asked him about his past and where he grew up and who his family is.
And
he lied to me. He told me there was an accident years ago. He didn't say where, just away. He said it involved a car, but not how fast it was going or what road it was on or who was even driving. He said people were lost. Not killed, lost. He said he survived, but not cleanly. He said he doesn't talk about it because talking about it doesn't improve anything. Then he said something that made my stomach drop. He said his memories from before the accident aren't gone. They're just out of order. He said some years feel heavier than others, and some don't feel like they belong to him at all. I asked him about his family. He paused like he had to think of something, and then he said, there was a woman who took care of me. There might have been a man. I don't remember their faces. Max, who forgets their parents' faces? I asked him where he's been living all this time, because I knew he hadn't been in that house, and he didn't hesitate. He said, here.
Wow.
Yeah. So I asked him where he's been the last 10 years, because I knew he hasn't been in that house, and he won't budge on that. He says he absolutely has been in that house. I pleaded with him to remember that he is my brother, and still nothing. And then he tells me, even if I was your brother, whatever I used to be didn't survive. And then he walked off. I wanted to follow him, to pester him more, but I just couldn't. What he said had frightened me so intensely that all I wanted to do was return home. So I did. And I went back to my telescope, back to my little spy game. Surveyors are back on the fogland. It's sold again, and I'm sure some developer has big plans, and part of me hopes that they go through with it. Just level that land and dump concrete all over it and bury whatever the hell is out there once and for all. But I think someone else has other plans.
What do you mean?
When I was looking out of my telescope, I saw Rory standing in his upstairs window looking through binoculars out at the land. Not scanning it, not searching, just still and focused. Like he wasn't looking for anything. Like he was checking something that was already there.
Is it possible he's just watching it the same way you are?
I wish, Max. I wish. I bought the telescope to look past the fog. Seeing him through it felt accidental. But seeing him with binoculars didn't. The next day, when Rory leaves his house, I get in my car and I drive to his house. And it's abandoned. Completely empty inside. Spiderwebs and dust, the smell of wet wood and rot. And the window I saw him standing in the night before was boarded up. It wasn't boarded up when he left the house that morning, Max. And it's not boarded up now as I'm talking to you. I'm looking at it. And I just know something is going to happen out there. Every damn time they try to change that land, something steps in the way. I used to think it was fate, but now I think it's something else.
Jesus, Fiona. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. The house is the part that bothers me, because if that place is abandoned, like really abandoned, then whatever you've been speaking to isn't coming from there, and it isn't returning there, which means the house isn't where it lives. It's just where you expect it to be. And the fact that he showed up at your gate before you ever went looking for him, I feel like that matters. Like, you didn't find him. He stepped into your life first. Like everything else, like seeing him around, and the cliff, the binoculars, all of that comes after that moment. And I don't know what he is. I don't know what he's protecting or why, but I don't think whatever came out of that fog needed a home. I think it needed someone to see it. And now it's been seen, and if it was me, I would tread lightly here.
Don't interfere.
I wouldn't go look for him. I'd put the telescope away, and I wouldn't go near him again unless he makes the first move. And most important, if that development falls through again or anything weird happens there, you can call us back.
I can do that.
Okay, please be safe, and just know that not everything out there has, like, valid answers to why they exist. Some things are just mysteries, and all we can do is just talk about them. Thank you for your call. If anything else happens on that land, like I suspect it will, I need you to call us back. We will pay the charges. I don't know how much it costs to call Ireland to California, but I can't imagine it's cheap. So yes, call us back when something happens. It's gonna happen. I just have a feeling, and we can't wait to hear from you again. All right, Fiona from Ireland, everybody. Wow. All right, let's keep this show rolling here. Let's go to Candace. Candace, you are on the air with Max Thorne and the Witching Hour.
Hey, Max. This is probably nothing, but I don't know.
Spill it.
I live alone. Have lived alone for 3 years now. Small apartment, 1 bathroom, in an old but nice building. And, every morning when I wake up, the bathroom mirror is smudged. Like someone wiped it with their hands.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so at first I thought maybe I was doing it. Without realizing, Like when you wake up in the night and don't remember it in the morning, even if you get up and go to the bathroom, sometimes you don't remember it because you're still basically asleep. So I thought I would test it out, So before I went to bed, I cleaned the mirror completely, like good. With ammonia D, the hard stuff. Left it spotless. Then I locked the door, so if I got up to use the bathroom, I would have to look for my keys. I left them in the kitchen. Then I knew I'd have to be awake enough to remember. So I go to bed. Next morning, same thing. Finger marks, paw marks, right across the mirror.
And the door was still locked?
Yep, key's still in the kitchen.
And no roommates, pets?
Nope, just me. But the smudges. They're always at my face height. Like someone around my height steamed the mirror up, then wiped it off to look at themselves. And then there's sometimes a mark that looks like a thumbprint, and it's usually right where my right eye is when I look at myself. It's really freaking me out. But I keep telling myself it's just a weird coincidence. Like, something perfectly normal is causing this. But what? And why hasn't it always done it?
And only at night?
Only at night. Or overnight. If I take a nap, it doesn't happen.
Never heard anything?
Nothing.
What about the window in the bathroom?
It's tiny. And on the 3rd floor.
Okay, let me ask you this. What is on the other side of the mirror? Is there like a room there, or a closet, or your kitchen, or...
It would be my living room. My bedroom is at the back. The bathroom is in the middle. Then my living room and the kitchen.
And there's nothing weird in the living room?
No, in fact, there's a big bookshelf right there. Max, I keep trying to convince myself that it's nothing. But saying this out loud now, I feel like I'm going crazy. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to smash the mirror one day, and then what? What if it's something? This is gonna sound dumb, but I don't want to make it angry.
Yeah, don't break it. At least not yet. First thing, though. Clean the mirror one more time. Same way you have been doing it. Then take a piece of paper towel and wipe it down with rubbing alcohol. If there's any residue left on the glass, like soap or cleaner, or even like oils from your skin, the alcohol will take it off. Second, tonight, leave the bathroom light on. Leave the door open and close your bedroom door instead, and see if that changes anything. If the smudges stop, you're probably dealing with condensation you can't see, or the residue reacting to temperature changes overnight. Old buildings do very weird things. If they don't stop, then ignore it. Ignore it for a couple of weeks and see if it goes away. Pay it no attention. Just walk in the morning, do what you got to do, and then leave. Then see if anything changes after a couple of days doing that. So treat the mirror like what it is. It's just an object. Clean it, ignore it, live your life around it. If there is something there and you don't want to make it mad, remember, it doesn't need your permission to be mad. And it doesn't need a reason. So leave it. And just, yeah. Hey, Candace, Tessa is trying to get my attention. So try what I suggested and let me know how it goes. I'm sorry to cut you off. Tess, what's up?
I'm sorry for interrupting, Max, but this is important.
Oh, God, last time this happened, are you okay?
No, don't worry, I'm fine, but my teeth are hurting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, the last time my teeth hurt was when Grace called the show last.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so, sorry, but I had your report about the vending machine in my player over here because something inside of me was telling me that it was wrong. And during that last call, I thought I heard something on it.
Oh, no.
So I just adjusted the levels and here, well, listen. This is from the thing you just did.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Mr.
Suck it.
Ah, yes. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Suckit. Well, I can't say that I didn't enjoy that one. It's nice to... Yo, what the hell is that? Jesus Christ, is that what I think it is, Tessa? Is that what I think it is? Is it on the whole recording?
No, Max, only the part you recorded at home. This hum matches the hum on your original interview, Max.
What does that mean? What he's saying?
I am saying that Grace was in your house when you recorded this. Should I cut to a commercial?
No. We've only got 30 seconds left in the show. If you're right, then that means she's listening and she is here. Can you check the levels like right now?
Yeah, I am. I am right now. She's not in the building, at least. I can tell you that much. She's not in the building.
Okay, well, we're out of time. So, Grace, welcome to Bakersfield.